Hello everyone, it's Simmuz here. Welcome to a brand new video in The Sims 4 and we are here with Facecam again. We are going to do a little challenge that I wanted to try out myself. I never saw anybody do this, but I'm gonna do some research after I filmed this video, and if anybody did this before me, I'm gonna link them down below as a source. But I actually, like, the people that I usually follow, I don't think any of them never did this kind of challenge. But it is inspired by James Turner's, I think it was a 3 wide house, and I was like, that's kind of fun, but can I make it smaller? Like, can I go even smaller for a house? Like, can I make it 2 tiles or 1 tile even? So I want to make the thinnest house that we can do in The Sims 4, and I'm gonna try and make it look decently good. And I'm here with my sim self, and in this beautiful lot that is completely empty. So we're gonna try and start creating something, and hopefully we can do a house that is thin enough to be deemed the thinnest house in The Sims 4. So for starters, I don't think we can do a 1 tile house, just because that's very thin. I don't think there should be any items that are gonna be usable if we do a thin house that is just 1 tile. But I know that we can do a 2 tile house for sure. I know we can do a 2 tile house, and we could maybe slim it down in some spots. Since it's such a thin, weirdly shaped house, I'm gonna go with the more modern approach, just because it's a little bit easier to work with in such a weird, strange shaped house. And if you watched James Turner's original video with the thin house, with the 3 tiles, that was modern as well, with the same idea that thinner, smaller spaces are usually more modern, because those are usually like modern houses. So I'm gonna try and go with that. I'm gonna try and use eco lifestyle because I like the pack like aesthetic. I think it should fit this house pretty nicely. So we're gonna go with this door right here for the front. It's pretty big, it's wide, and there's like a lot of glass, which is good because we're gonna need a lot of glass just to make it look a little bit bigger and nicer. So I think even for the windows, I'm gonna go with the same pack. But what I want to do, since now we do have these, I'm gonna use the letters, just because I think it's gonna suit this house perfectly. So this house is gonna be mostly for adults. I don't think this house should fit nicely any sim. We cannot place them here just because of the way we shaped this. Unless we do this, which is not a bad idea as well. If we close this off and do this, we could move these right here. I think Sims should still be able to walk here like this. We're gonna test that. So my sim is walking. Doesn't seem like it's an issue to go through these stairs. The game is lagging a little, but he did go through, so I don't think it's gonna be an issue. So the ladders are gonna be fine. So we're moving on, going back to building, and we should be able to finish this house and make it into something cool. So I placed a nice big windows right there. I think we could use this one here, and same one here in the kitchen. I think it should be good. And I have an idea on how to make this house a little bit more interesting, just landscape wise. I think if we move it a little and make it a little bit more like off-centered, maybe on this side, we can then place a fake house next to it, just to maybe fill out this, like here. Like if we go here and do this and this, no, without making an actual room, just because we don't want the tile count to count this. Like, I think this could work well. Let me just place some half walls here. Let's close off the balconies. Let's see where this is gonna go. This half wall is way too tall. Let's do something like this, maybe? No, this is, I think it is too tall still. Yeah, something like this. Okay. So that's a balcony number 1. And this is gonna be balcony number 2. And this is just gonna be like empty space for a roof. And that's basically like the entire house. I know it's 92 tiles, so we're getting closer to the max that we can do, but I think this is gonna be fine. I mean, we could do like a big door for the balconies. I mean, this doesn't look half bad, just I don't think the balcony would be very useful then. But it's not like it's gonna be very useful anyway, just because it's such a thin balcony. So it's never gonna be like a useful space. So I think placing this, it's gonna make it look a little bit more fancy, and I think that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I don't really like the thick, like, outlines of those windows from Eco Lifestyle. I know they look good, like, as in they're a good thing for the aesthetic that we're going for, but I think I'm gonna stick with the flat windows mainly. Just because I think they look a little bit better. I know it's gonna mess up a little bit in the kitchen and the living room, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So I guess right here, we're gonna have another window right here. We're gonna have another right here and another right here. And I think this one in the middle is gonna also go double like this, just to give the consistency. And we're gonna move on up here. This is gonna be another of these big windows. And then we're gonna use another of this side windows on this balcony. And this balcony is gonna be actually like a little bit more useful because we do have a little bit more space, I see. So that's not half bad. That's not half bad. So let's try and work with this and let's see where we can go. So I'm quickly gonna paint the fake facade. I think that's gonna be like brick or something. Just because I really want it to be like a normal, like nothing crazy house. While I think I'm gonna use this slate here for the modern one, just because I think it looks so good. Yeah, I'm actually gonna place this all over, and then we're gonna do some different texture maybe. Still undecided on that, so we'll see if we're gonna need different textures for this house. So working on this one, I think I'm gonna go with some nice wood for the inside. I think this the wood from Eco Lifestyle as well is gonna work perfectly fine. I'm gonna place it everywhere, and then we're gonna switch it out for the bathrooms and maybe the kitchen. I don't know. We're seeing how it's gonna go. And for the balconies, I think I'm gonna go with some cement. Just nothing crazy. Just because balconies, I don't think. Maybe tiles. Maybe tiles is not half bad. Like these tiles from City Living. Those are pretty cute, I guess. Maybe let's go with this ones. Okay, that could work. And I'm gonna go with cement for the roofs. So we have some cement roofs. I'll change out the trim for the balconies with a white one, so it matches. And we're basically, like, the outside, I think we're done with it. I think we're gonna have to go into more details now. So I think it's gonna be a little hard to work on this house just because it's so thin. I think it's gonna be a little hard to move the camera right so that it doesn't mess up too hard, but I'm gonna try my best, but bear with me. Let's use a nice couch. I think I'm gonna use this one from Bowling, just because it's so long and just very cool. And I think it's gonna look pretty nice here. Actually, you know what? This couch doesn't work well with these colors. Oh, I think that's gonna be thin space. Actually, maybe this one is a little bit too big. Even. Maybe there's a normal TV. Yeah, I think that's gonna be thin, just enough for a sim to go through. Then, since we do have a little space right here, I am gonna use a nice like desk kind of thing, like how do you call this kind of piece of furniture? I'm not sure. Pretty good. Let's go with some art on the walls. let's see, what kind of stuff can we place? I think I'm gonna use this. It's always a good fun painting to have. And something right here as well. I think we could go with these actually. That's fun. So what we need in this kitchen is gonna be a fridge, a stove, and a sink at least, and at least one place to cut up stuff. So I think we're gonna go with the cut up stuff here, and I'm gonna leave this corner here empty. So let's go with that, and maybe let's put this in front of that, and snow escape. No, I don't like the snow escape one much. I think this is gonna be fine. Of course, I'm gonna try and place them floating, just because I don't want to fill in this, since we do have we need it to cut up stuff. So I'm gonna try and make them float as much as possible. So I think this could work as the kitchen. There isn't much decoration. I think I want something just to decorate right there. Maybe some wall decoration, I don't know. We could go with a nice like blackboard maybe. Oh, some pans, they could work nice in a kitchen, I think. That's a good decoration we could use, definitely. So you do only have one spot to eat, but I think like you have everything that you need. I'm gonna move this a little bit so that it doesn't clip much with the sink. It's a little bit of a pain, but I just don't want it to clip with the sink too much. Perfect. And I think this could work as the kitchen. We have a nice art area here with art, and I think it looks fine. So I think this spot right here, okay, we need a door right there for sure, because we need to get into the what's gonna be probably a bedroom, I think. So definitely have a door right there. And I think this up here actually is all open, so that's totally fine with me. So this here is gonna be bathroom. This is gonna be a bedroom, I think. And we're not gonna have a double bed, because of course we cannot have a double bed in a 2 by anything room. So we're gonna have to go with a single. And I think that's okay. This is supposed to be a house for 1, maybe 2 Sims like max. And they're not supposed to be like in a romantic relationship or anything with each other, like just roommates. They were roommates. And let's do some decor again. So some nice paintings. Yeah, I think these could work. Yeah, the tiny living ones. These are fun. And I'm just gonna need a nice carpet, and I think this bedroom is gonna be basically done, just because we can't really do much more. I think that's sufficient to do a full bathroom. So if you don't know, when I did James Turner's challenge, I did his challenge, and but also at the same time I did learn that we can do a nice full bathroom in a small tile space, with a door. I think a 5 bathroom is what we need. Yeah, I think 5. We're gonna place the door, and the door is gonna go right here in the middle. That's perfect. Let's work on the bathroom. This is gonna be easy because we cannot really place much items, but it's gonna be a full bathroom. So we're gonna have toilet, shower, and the sink as well. And that's thanks to the the shower from Discovery University. I probably could maybe use even the one from Snowy Escape, because I think that since it's basically the same kind of shower, I think it should work still. But I know that this one just works perfectly right here, and the Sims can still access the bathroom, the toilet. If we place it right there and move the door maybe here, even better, I think. Just because we have the space to go. The Sim can literally go through there, no question asked, no issues. So that's perfect. I'm gonna use this sink from base game just because it's fine. And we have this last spot right here, and I think this is gonna be a studio room with like a computer and everything. I think that's kind of like the last thing that we need. So I really like using this one from City Living. That's the best desk that we have in game, I think. Or one of the best. I mean, we do have other like smallish desks, but I really like that one especially. Let me go with something different, a little bit different of a color, just so that it's a little interesting. And what else can we do? We can do another like skill item, I think, just so that your sim can, I don't know, if they want to do something different, they still can. And what can we do? We could place a guitar. Maybe this sim is musically gifted. So let's place a guitar. Let's place a keyboard on this wall. And I think that's already like stuff that you can do. That's pretty good, you know? You have all the stuff that you can do in your house. Like you have 2 skill items. You have your bathroom and toilet. Honestly, I'm pretty pleased with the house already. I think it's pretty cute, you know? I really kind of like it. Of course, it needs some more additions to it. Definitely some landscaping before going into the final like tour thing. And I think I'm gonna place the trash stuff out here. So it feels like it's the communal one for the entire like complex. And I think I'm just gonna do some more details, do some off-camera work to make the roof a little bit better, the other house make it look nicer, and some landscaping, and we're basically done. I'm gonna play test it, and then we're gonna go into the tour. So in a second, for you it's gonna be a second, for me it's gonna be a couple minutes, so we'll see each other in a second. Okay, so we are back, guys. I finished the house. It is ready. I want to show you the little tour. This is the outside, and you're seeing it right now. I did change the house that I was saying. I was going to change a little bit the shell of the other house, that it's completely empty, it doesn't work, and it's not a real house. I did change this one a little bit. As you can see, I changed it from the Snow Escape windows to the Cat and Dog windows, and you can see the house is a little bit nicer. I think it looks a little bit more realistic. And here is our house, our thin house. I'm super proud of it. I really like it. I did go with this upcycled wood. Actually, now I'm checking that out. I'll do that before adding to the gallery. I've colored it in. But here is the landscaping. I did separate it out. You can see here with some nice addition with the bushes, there's a couple of trees. You can see nothing crazy, like a little bit of landscape, a little bit of terrain painting. Nothing crazy, but we're gonna go in now. Before we go in, I did place a couple of like nice lounging area at the back, since we do have a little bit of a space right here and a nice little bush right there. But we're gonna go in right now, and we can tour the house a little bit. I don't know how it's gonna look from the inside because it's such a thin house, but we'll see. So we have a bike here at the front, but if we go in, here is the living room. I did playtest the entire house, so it does all work. If you want to download it, it does work. We have a little bit of water that I'm gonna mop up because my sim was scared of the thunderstorm that was here before. But we have a nice bookcase here, a nice lamp, little area here. They can sit, they can watch the TV, they can totally listen to the music. And we can go right here, go through this corridor, and here we are in the kitchen. We have this nice kitchen area. Everything works. They can sit here and eat. They can do everything. So everything works perfectly fine, and I'm super proud of that. I did have to change a little bit the space just because of the fact that this wasn't working, the ladder. So I had to change a little bit. We'll see in a second when we go up. You'll see this ladder walks right here in the middle of this corridor. We're very next to this plant because the balcony has been reduced to a little space right here, which is okay because with this balcony wasn't being used anyway, so I figured that it was okay if it was being a little bit smaller. But if we go here, we have this door right here to there next, and this is the bathroom. It's a very thin bathroom, as is the entire house, but it all works, which is exactly what I wanted, so that's great. So right here we have this other little lounging area, just because there's this like little bookcase here from Tiny Living, but there's the ladder to go upstairs. But here we have the bedroom. So there's this nice bedroom, one bed. This is a house for one sim, so I'm not too concerned. Nothing crazy. The mirror doesn't work. The mirror doesn't work, but you have other mirrors in the house that work, so it's fine. And if we go upstairs again, here is the computer room with some musical instruments. Everything works again, so that's totally fine. And if we go here, we have the little pot plant for you to do some gardening. So that's basically the house, nothing crazy. I didn't put any roof on the balconies just because we wanted to stay under the 100 tiles for the tiny house. So this is a tiny house actually. If you want to download it, it is up on the gallery right now. You can download it, you can use hashtag SillySimmuz like here on YouTube, or you can use my ID, which is SillySimmuz like here on YouTube, but without spaces, and you should be able to find it. Otherwise, I'm gonna call it probably the thinnest house ever or something like that. But I'd say using my ID SillySimmuz is the best way to find this house. But I guess this is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, put on notifications so that you know the next video is coming out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this thin house, and if you want to try this challenge yourself, please do it. I really want to see other people try this super thin house, 2 tiles max. Nice challenge. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.